Top 10 interesting facts about human psychology. The field of psychology looks at the science of the mind or behavior studies in an attempt to understand why we are the way we are. Here are 10 psychological facts that will blow your mind. Before we go on, don't forget to click like and subscribe for more content of amazing facts. Number 10. Asking "will I" is more motivating than saying "I will." It is evident from a study from the University of Illinois that people who tell themselves are often less motivated and determined to accomplish their tasks than people who ask themselves. Researchers state that asking goal-related questions to yourself can motivate you more than declaring it will actually happen. Number 9. Impact of backup plans. It is discovered that Plan A is less likely to work if we have a Plan B. Studies conducted at the University of Pennsylvania showed that the performance of volunteers having a backup plan was worse than those without a backup plan. It was discovered that the motivation of the volunteers decreased who had other options. This is related to the expectancy theory of Victor H. Vroom, developed in 1964. Expectancy theory basically states that your motivation for something is a function of whether you expect to be successful at it. The impact of having a backup plan is that you're not going to succeed the first time around. It's important to think ahead, but don't get too caught up in the details as you may inadvertently sabotage your success. Number 8. Caring about a single person versus massive tragedies. It was discovered that people care more about a single person than about massive tragedies in a research conducted in the University of Pennsylvania. The researchers examined people's behavior towards donating based on certain stimuli. First group was shown a starving young girl. The second group was told a statistic about millions of people dying of hunger, and the third group was taught about both. Those who heard only about the statistic donated the least, followed by those who heard about both. Those who saw the little starving girl donated double of the statistic group. Psychologists attribute these results to the fact that if a problem feels too big, human beings feel helpless and insignificant, like their efforts won't have any payoff. It explains why more people donated for the young starving girl, as helping one person seems more attainable than ending world hunger. Number 7. Easier to remember beginnings and ends. We are most likely to forget the middles, as beginnings and ends tend to remain in our minds. Have you ever forgotten your grocery list and found that you remember the beginning and end, but the middle is unclear? A study of human neuroscience states that it is called the serial position. Number 6. Are yawns contagious? Catching a yawn could help us bond. You may have found yourself yawning at times even if you're not tired if you see someone having a loud, obnoxious yawn. That's a response yawn. Scientists explain why yawns are contagious. One of the leading theories being that response yawns demonstrate empathy. It explains why young children that haven't yet developed a sense of empathy or those on the autism spectrum are less likely to respond to yawns. Number 5. 5 positive things outweighs single negative thing. Studies discovered that it takes 5 positive things to outweigh the single negative thing. This is why it is advised to start and end your day by thinking about a few things you're grateful for. This creates a balance because human beings have a negativity bias, which makes us focus on the bad things instead of the good things. It's useless to focus on the bad things that bring you down. Look for the good things that will help you keep going and have a positive impact on your mind. Number 4. Desire of squeezing cute things. Have you ever noticed that you have a strong urge to squeeze or cuddle cute things? Studies find that there's a reason we want to squeeze cute things, puppies and babies. Well, apparently squeezing, cuddling, and loving cute creatures is a natural reaction, and it's known as cute aggression. According to the frontiers in behavioral neuroscience, cute aggression is when we're overcome with positive feelings upon seeing a baby or puppies. Cute aggression in this case balances out those overwhelming feelings so that we don't harm these innocent creatures. Number 3. Finding human faces in inanimate objects. It is evident that people look for human faces, even in inanimate objects. The term for this occurrence, face pareidolia, is the tendency to perceive familiar patterns, often meaningful images such as faces and random ambiguous visual patterns and appliances around us. Faces in clouds, flowers, and a man on the moon are some common examples. Some scientists attribute it to the fact that we as social beings recognize that face is so important that we'd rather create one that doesn't exist and miss a real one that does. Our brain not only detects imaginary faces, but also develops emotions. One of the research states that it occurs in people with a higher negative mood because these people are on higher alert for danger, thus are more prone to spot something that is not real. Number 2. Never finds the food you cooked yourself tasty as that cooked by someone else. Have you ever observed the food you cook always has something missing and never the same taste as your mother's or anyone else? It's a psychological fact that the food tastes better when someone else makes it. Researchers attribute this to the fact that when you're preparing a meal for yourself, by the time you're ready to eat, it's been so long that it's less exciting, which explains why you don't find it as tasty as meals cooked by someone else. Number 1. You experience the highest level of stress between 18 and 33. It is discovered that the most amount of stress in the world is carried by people aged between 18 and 33. After the age of 33, your stress level is likely to reduce. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Hit the subscribe button and never miss any updates. Thanks for watching.